Good morning, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. About the 90s, yeah, I was running around with a couple of guys and they got involved with this girl over by Harrods that way. This woman was telling them that there's this little firm running around nicking watches, yeah, taking watches off of people. And sometimes the watches are come to lots of money. And I said, do you know whereabouts they live? She said, yeah, I've been round to their house and everything. They're yardies, like yardie fellas. I said, okay. So this particular time, they snatched a watch from this guy, and it was like a Rolex, and it was unbelievable. I mean, the whole strap was diamond up, round the bezel was diamond up, inside was diamond up. It was, I don't know how much it cost, mate. It must have cost a fortune, yeah. Anyway, they took it off this guy. Got hold of the guy, they bashed him up, took the watch and run and got in the car and shot off, yeah. And she was telling me about, yeah, they take loads of watches, yeah. So I said, listen, you got a phone number for them? And she said, yeah, I've got a phone number for them, yeah. I said, guess the number. So anyway, I said, listen, all right, mate, how you going? I said, listen, I'm a bodyguard. I look after people, and I said, listen, you sometimes listen. Whatever you do, yeah. And fair play to you, mate. You know what I mean? You're earning good money, lovely. But sometimes you took something that you shouldn't have took off someone, and we're the bodyguards. We wasn't there at that time, and it's not good to take it. We want it back. Yeah, we're going to say nothing. Nothing's going to happen, but we want it back. If you don't give me it back, I know exactly where you live. I know exactly where your place is. I know exactly how it looks. I said, on your windowsill, you got flower boxes and all that with flowers in. And I said, I know the flat. Yeah. I said, do yourself a favour, mate. Just meet me somewhere with the watch. It'll all be forgotten about. You just took the wrong watch, mate. You can do whatever you like. Take as many watches you like, mate. Ain't nothing to do with us, mate. But you took the wrong one, and we want it back. Do you understand me? He went, yeah, man. I said, look, I'll give you a phone number. You phone me back, let me know what's going on, yeah? So anyway, that night, he got a phone note. He says, yes, man, we're going to give it you back, yeah? No problem, no trouble. I said, listen, no trouble. I'll be by myself. I'll meet you at Turnham Green Station, yeah? Right, at Turnham Green Station. And I said, I'll be in a Rolls Royce. I said, I'll jump out the car and you give me it, yeah? Well, as luck was happened, there was a Bentley that drove past the station and I was under the bridge. This guy had seen this, right, and he just walked straight by me. He walked straight by me. But all of a sudden, a woman come across the road, yeah, a black girl, yardie girl. I don't know if she's yardie girl, but black girl. Come over and give me something in a bubble wrap, yeah. And she didn't want to give it me. She gave it me, and they walked off, yeah. So I walked down the road, walked around the corner, and got into my mate's car. Drove off. I'm in Kingston. Went to Kingston. I'm no longer with my girl Danny. It's not going to be long now before I sell the flat anyway. So I'm in Kingston. Goes in there. I'm with my mate Junior. Listen, I opened this. As I told you, I opened this bubble wrap, and I couldn't believe the watch. Yeah? So that means if it was in bubble wrap, they had it in water. Yeah. So they more like put it in a system. It's in the water. It's in water somewhere. You know what I mean? I know where they live. I know where they are. I sold the watch for 10 grand. I was a mug. I was a fool. The watch could have been worth 200 grand. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just wanted quick money. We got 10 grand for the watch. Listen, 10 grand is 10 grand, yeah? Who can grumble with 10 grand? But the worst of what happened, the thing after that, yeah, I got hold of some people and I said, look, this little firm I know taking snatching watches off of people, and they live in this house, yeah? And I showed them the house and I said, listen, they've got these watches in water somewhere because they're giving me a bubble wrap, yeah? So it's in water. I'll give you everything I know about it, whatever the guy looks like, this, that, and the other, right? Listen, they went in that gaff, mate. They come out with a towel between their legs. They come out. I was lucky, really. I was lucky for them to give me the watch. I just think they've done it because They didn't want the aggro at the time when they was getting good money, yeah. But these guys that I give it to went in there a bit not heavy as they should have done, and they come out there, mate, like greyhounds. Yeah, these people chased them with big machetes, all sorts of knives, mate. If they got hold of them, they'd cut them to pieces. You know what I mean? But they got out the skin of their teeth. They knocked at the door, and which they shouldn't have knocked at the door. They should have gone straight through the door with a couple of strap-ons and just took it, yeah. But knocking at the door, saying they want to watch this, and these guys said 1 minute, and they come out with machetes, and there was like team-handed in the house, and they chased them down the road, and they never got the parcel anyway. So anyway, I sold the watch, and I was involved with a guy called Gary Francis. I was going down to his gym a lot, you know what I mean? I was in Kingston. It goes down to his gym. I was massive, you know. I was then? I don't know, 21 stone. Massive. I used to throw big weights about. I was always on the roids, testosterones, mate. I was on so much gear, it's unbelievable. Lots of times I've jabbed in the wrong place and hit the artery, and the needles come shooting out like a bullet, you know. But when I was down the gym, I used to throw some big weights about. Gary Francis is very strong. Yeah, he had a garage, but he turned it into a gym. The gym was fantastic, unbelievable. Good gym, mate. Then he went to another gym in Bollabridge Road, Boller Lane, called G's Gym. Massive gym. When I say he spent, I don't know, untold fortunes on stuff, you know. And I mean, and then they come and close it down for no apparent reason, really. They said that he ain't paid the rent or something like that, and they're going to put flats on it. And then all of a sudden they let a guy who's got a boxing club take over his place. His place was up, honestly. I think it's because Gary was having anybody in the gym, which is what it is. A lot of guys was going in there, gangster guys, black guys, white guys, people guys, yellow guys, pink guys, all sorts of guys were going in there who were gangsters, getting bigger and bigger. I bet the old Bill was slipping in there with their own people and saying it isn't on yet. Gary was selling a few steroids here and there, but Gary Francis is a nice geezer. He's a dangerous geezer. You want him wrapped around you 24/7, mate. If any trouble, he's the person you want with you. He can have well. He's got all bags in his gym and everything. He can have well, but where he's been stabbed up, he got stabbed up 26 times by these people from Liverpool. And they punched his lung and cut off his finger off, and his hand, like, put his hands up to protect himself. You know, went through his hand, the blade, and they pulled it out, went again, and done it 26 times, and pierced his lungs, and he nearly died. You know, he nearly died, but he pulled through it. But he's having plenty of problems now with his lungs. When it gets cold, you know, he's got holes in his lungs. They say that lungs can never be fixed. I don't know how true that is, but anyway. He has a bit of problems, you know, with his lungs, his hands, everything when it gets cold. They stabbed him all around the legs, all not through the bones, but chipped bones off, and it's terrible, mate. And it's just can you imagine being in your car with a safety belt on, and they're coming over, bump, you can't even, you don't know what to do, undo the safety belt, or what to do, try protecting yourself, getting stabbed, 26 times, mate, 26 times. And everybody thought that he was dead. But strong people pull through, yeah, and he was very strong. He pulled through, and now he's a lump. He still trains. He pulled out of his gym, but now he says he wish he hadn't have done. He sold most of the stuff that he had in the gym. I mean, I reckon he had at least 200 grams worth of gear in there. I mean, it was really nice, It was such a when I was on the roids there. When I was on the roids and I was in his little gym, a little garage gym, we went to this place, I think it's in Wembley, that sell all his weights. And they had these big 50 kilo weights, 50 kilos, dumbbells, And I was so strong. And I went, God, get them, gal. He went, leave off. I said, get them, right? Anyway, got them for me. Before we got them, you got benches in and this, that, never. Warmed up with some little 20 kilo ones. warm cracking in, and him and the guy that runs it give me him on the bench, yeah. And when you give it, it's funny, isn't it? When I got them, and the weight was so beautiful, it's so nice, yeah. And I just wanted to do it, you know what I mean? It just felt so good, and you got that hydraulic feeling boom, in your shoulder, and they're giving it down, I bring it down, and I was just like, bang, I knocked it out. I thought, yes. I've done 5 reps with 50 kilo dumbbells. That's going something, though. You got under no pounds in each dumbbell. It's a lot of weight, you know what I mean? And yeah, I was pumping them out, mate. I was powerful. I was really, really powerful. And Gary said he's still got them. So anyway, I could just about pick them up now, you know what I mean? But I do train every day here with silly ones, with like 30 kilo dumbbells, 20 kilo dumbbells. But I'm trying to get back into it, you know. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I do flies, you know, dumbbell press, dumbbell incline flies, dumbbell press, dumbbell incline press. You know, do a lot of sit-ups, floor workout. You know, I just want to get fit again, you know, and it's quite hard when you've left it for a long time and you're not eating properly. But now I eat, well, not properly, but I eat nice. I eat good, yeah. And as I say, I like to train every day. I let myself go. When you get to a certain age, everything goes. Your muscles, your fat starts, your muscles starts getting it eats because you're not eating that proper food. Your muscle gets eaten away, and you know, and you start deflating and not looking good. You know, but I think I look all right for my age, yeah. And I train, as I say, I train every day. Anyway, it's it's about to watch, but forget about it now. Anyway, that one. But anyway, me and Gary. I mean, Gary. I'm now in Kingston. I'm going to lose my place in Kingston because my Danny, she wants it. I can't stop her from having it. You know what I mean? She's got 2 of my kids. She doesn't want to be living with me. Then I've been told that she doesn't want the flat. So anyway, cut a long story short, big thing goes happening. Sold the place, crash, gone. But before I sell it, Gary comes up, my mate Gary Francis, he wants to buy everything in my flat, or nearly. I mean, a lot of stuff that I'll give someone to look after. Who had a pub in Windsor. I've got to see this guy because all the stuff that he took, I never got back. You know, I got back little bits and pieces, but he took pictures of me and paintings of me that are worth a lot of money. Today, I don't know what they're worth, yeah, but he took them and he just run, and I'm not seeing him. I've been trying to find him. Been told that he lives with someone who's a barrister or a QC or something like that. But I still want my gear back. I still want my paintings back and my silks. Yeah, I've got 3 silks. Yeah, these 7-foot silks. They're about 2 foot wide, and they are fantastic. Or birds, yeah. And I don't know what sort of price they're worth. I mean, I paid a lot of money for them. I paid 15 grand for them. This is years ago. So what they're worth now, I don't know. You know, but I bought them off an antique auctions, 15 grand. Yeah. So they could be worth 100 grand now. I don't know, but I want them back. Yeah. If you're watching, I want these back. Yeah. I mean, more like years. I want them back. Yeah. Anyway, Gary comes round, buys all my garden ornaments. He buys a lot of stuff in my kitchen, fridge, freezers, dishwashers, everything, yeah. But while he's in there, it's funny, he said to me the other day, he said, I can't believe what you've done, mate. So I was on the Coke badge, yeah. I was back on the Coke, and I thought, so I got a gram of Coke, put a gram of Coke on the side, and snorted a whole gram of Coke. My heart must have been pounding my heart must have been going like a lunatic. Crash, 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 you know what I mean? A gram of Coke, just one big line, mate. Whoa, it's got a straw and done it, a gram of Coke. Gary said to me, Ray, mate, I swear to my life, your heart's going to blow up. Gonna blow up. But I wasn't really bad. I mean, I was on the Coke, snorting it. I was also on the crack. I was also on the roids. It was only a matter of time before I died. Before it all ended, it was going to go, that's it, mate. The heart's going to blow up. You can't put the roids, the steroids. It isn't going to last long yet. But always training down Gary's gym, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, getting more powerful, getting more violent than ever. and just gone mad, really. I'm just going absolutely crazy. Upset a lot of people, took a lot of money off other people, took a lot of things off people. And it was only a matter of time before I got killed by the gear I was taking, and I got killed by the people that I've upset. So in a way, me getting put away for a long time, getting an IPP and going in prison saved my bacon, mate. Saved my life in drugs or in getting assassinated or getting killed. Because a couple of times, Jimmy Ward, look at Jimmy Ward. That's on one of my podcasts about Jimmy Ward. He paid 25. He wanted to give someone 25 grand to top me. This little firm, this little firm went to top me 25 grand. But the funny thing is, when I went to Northampton, I think it was Northampton, and he had a big gaff out there, Jim. I went up there and he come up for dinner, have a chat. Went up there for dinner, have a chat. I was strapped up myself, and I sat at the table with these three guys. And one of the guys, deliberately, or whatever he did, pulled a gun out, dropped it on the floor, an handgun. And I said, "You fucking joking, mate?" You know what I mean? So what's all that about? And I pulled my fucking thing out, yeah, and they went, "Oh, no problems." I went, about no fucking problems. See you later. And I just had the gun, mate, and I went, fuck, I'm going home, you know what I mean? I'm going to get in a car, and drive back home. They was there. I mean, what an idiot. What an idiot. He either pulled it out and dropped it deliberately, or he pulled it out and dropped it not deliberately and was going to give it me, yeah? You know what I mean? But I should have fucking give it to him straight away, then, because later on, I get to hear that they're there to top me. Jimmy's get paid them 25 grand to top me. Jimmy grassed them up, they all got put away. I think they're all doing a life for chopping someone's head off in a car park. Police officer's head, was it? Or detective's head? But I've got it on a statement that I was sent by my son. Sent me that. So when I read it, I couldn't believe it, mate. It shook me. I was shaking really, because then now I know that I was going to get chopped that day, but they was going to chop me anyway, Yeah, so I was lucky to be alive, really. So I was lucky to be alive in lots of ways, you know what I mean? So that IPP that I got saved my bacon, I mean, a lot of people are saying IPP, yeah, but no, mate, that saved my bacon. Because the IPP, mate, the IPP taught me a lot, learnt me a lot, got me off of drugs. I mean, when I went into, I was on crack. I was perpetual crack smoker, really, really addicted to it. I had to get off it, mate. So all I'd done, I had a few fights in there with silly people, but all I'd done is train. I got in the Conopare drugs unit. All I'd done is train. I got in there with some nice people, and I trained every day. I didn't stop training, mate. I was in the gym as much as possible, been in the Conopare. We went to the gym in the morning, we went to the gym in the evening, yeah? So all I'd done was train, work, mopped, clean cells out. I didn't give them a muck is what I'd done, as long as I was working all the time. As long as it kept me going all the time. As long as I could eat. I mean, I was eating so much food. I mean, someone who was in the Conopare, in the drugs unit, said, "I remember, Ray, what you put on the door of your cell. This is Ray's wing." Ray's wing, yeah. It wasn't my wing, yeah. But it was nice. The wing, Conopare, was the best wing in the prison. I think it's one of the best wings I've ever been in, really, as such, because you was, I mean, as remand or as convicted, you was never banged up, only dinner times and late, 8:30, 9 o'clock night times, yeah? So he was open all that time, looking after people that were on drugs, making sure that they was clean, making sure their cells are clean, and that they had no problems, and all that, yeah? And then who come in? Pete Doherty. I got involved with Pete Doherty. That's another big story that I put on my podcast. I'd love to see Pete Doherty. I'd love to be able to do a podcast with Pete Doherty about that, you know what I mean? It'd be so funny. I don't know if he's in his country. I should really try and find him, Pete Doherty, because it'd be really, really good to do a podcast. I mean, I took a liberty taking photographs of him when he was on the gear, you know what I mean? When he was smoking the brown. And as I said, I was trying to find a couple of letters that maybe his model Kate Moss had sent him, but I couldn't ever find nothing. Perhaps he was told. Perhaps he was told people would get that or whatever, and it was all ripped up beforehand. Yeah, but Pete Doc, as it happens, Pete Doc is a nice guy. He's a nice. I should have done what I've done, but it's for money. Once you've been on one of these things where it's all about money, he don't stop. I love money. Who doesn't love money? You know what I mean? But some people have got that money thing that they just can't stop until they've got money in their pocket. I'm one of them guys, but not so much now. I mean, I've been out now 10 years. I'm not involved with any criminality. I like my life. I do my podcast. I've got a book going, hopefully maybe a film, and just crack on from there. You know what I mean? And just do what I've got to do. I mean, I still train every day. Every day I train. I say that, but today I'm going to have a day off. I've done my shoulder, and it's I couldn't sleep last night, so I'm just going to get some massage, get it massaged a bit, and get it pulled out, and see what, and go from there. Yeah, and more like to start training tomorrow. I might even train in the evening, have a little workout in the evening. I don't know yet. Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, people out there, you know, you've got to, I mean, come on. You've got to start looking after yourself. You've got to start training. If you're my age or near my age, start working out, mate, because before you know where you are, your muscles gone. You get old. You're just laying and sitting on the sofa, watching a bit of television, watching on Netflix, drinking, eating, opening the fridge and doing anything, yeah? As Gary Francis said to me, which is true, he said, look, I'm doing bits and pieces, a bit of roofing work, mate, to keep myself busy. He said, because you know what? He said, because when I'm at home, right, he said, all I do is sit down, watch a bit of Netflix. He said, it's boredom, yeah? He said, you get up, you look in the fridge, you start eating. You get up, you look in the fridge, you start eating. You get up, you look in the fridge, you start drinking Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, this Coke, every Coke. Do you know what I mean? He said, and before you know where you are, you're right state. And Gary, don't forget, Gary run the gym. So he knows the consequences of eating and drinking the wrong sort of stuff, yeah? But he did phone me the other day, and he did tell me about him coming around my place and me snorting a gram of coke, and he said, "Listen, mate, you was on the deathbed." You know what I mean? Anyway, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. And later, bye bye. Have a nice day, yeah.